Tupac. I love you. Hey beauties, it is me, your favorite girl, Jessica Nicole. And in today's video, I got a story time. Just before I start getting into this, I don't do story times often because one, I don't have any stories to tell you guys. Two, I do not want my channel to only be about story times. All those story times channels have died, okay? They're gone. They've been doing other things, okay? All of them. Also, this channel is a beauty channel, beauty and lifestyle channel, and I don't want to ever stray away from that because that's what I love. I love those things. Those things make me happy. Yeah. But I decided to come tell this story just because it was a doozy. Yeah. Whoa, that was a doozy. Okay. Before we get into the story time, I want to shout out my gang because I love y'all so much. You guys are amazing. Y'all are my babies. You are my heart, my lifelines, and I don't know what my channel would be without y'all. Secondly, give me a thumbs up for this Poetic Justice hoodie that my fiance bought me. What's that? Okay, one of my favorite movies, Poetic Justice, and Love Jones. I love those movies so freaking much. Okay, shout out to Tupac. He's another Gemini. Yeah, misunderstood. Yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on all social medias. I'm out of breath. I don't do my videos standing. This is a lot for me. So there is no backstory to this story because this story literally happened to me on Friday. Today is Sunday. Well, when the video uploads, it will be Sunday. This literally happened to me Friday, and yeah, I wanted to talk about it, okay? Because it's still in my mind, and shit, it's a lot. Friday morning, I was up bright and early, not bushy-tailed because I'm not a morning person. Okay, so anybody that's a friend of mine, stop calling me at 8 o'clock. I'm still fucking sleeping, okay? Shit. My doctor's appointment was for, I think, 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. I don't know. One of those times. Just too early for me. So I got up, got ready, went to the doctor. Pretty normal day. Got to the doctor, checked in, I sat my behind down. So normal stuff, right? By the way, I went to my GYN. If anybody wants to know what kind of doctor, I went to my GYN. And for the guys that don't know, look it up, okay? I went to my GYN and I went for my pap smear. It was time for a pap smear for me. And if that's too much information, I'm sorry, I'm not taking it back. Yeah, so I'm sitting down in the waiting room, checked in already, just, you know, waiting. They called me in. The RN did my temperature and my blood pressure, which she said my blood pressure is beautiful. Thank you. Did all of that, and she sent me back in the waiting room and said the doctor will be with me shortly. So while I'm sitting down, you know, regular stuff, kids crying in the OBGYN part, you know, the OB part with all the kids and the pregnant women, kids are screaming, heads hurting. I'm hungry because I didn't eat anything because I'm not a morning person. I got up literally when it was time for me to get ready to go. That's just me. Judge me if you want to. So all I had was an apple. And when I pulled my apple out to eat, one of the nurses in the waiting room told me I couldn't eat. So stomach's growling, I'm angry because kids are screaming, and my doctor hasn't came and got me yet. Yeah. Finally, she comes to get me. Regular, schmegular stuff, you know, before we get into the whole pap smear part of it, because I procrastinate those things. So I got a lot of questions that have been answered before, but I'm still gonna ask them because if I could wait a little bit longer, I will. So we go through it. She asked me if I want to get tested. I told her I want to get tested for everything. HIV, AIDS, anything, any STI, any STD, I'm going to get tested for it all. Yes, I have been with one man for the past 8 years, but it does not matter. I'm gonna get tested. Well, I asked her to be tested for it all. So of course, you know, HIV/AIDS testing is through blood work, and a lot of the stuff that I wanted to get tested for was through blood work. And then the other stuff, you know, she could do a little swab. So she let me know that anytime, doesn't matter when, I get tested for HIV/AIDS, what else was it? Herpes, we have to speak with a counselor before getting the blood work. So I said, okay. She said it's just for false positive, false negative test results, whatever the case may be. I said, okay, fine. That's fine. I'm used to this, okay? You always have to speak with a counselor before getting these kind of testings. That's just what happens. So after she does whatever she has to do, she hurt me. I hate those tests. She sends me back into the waiting room and told me to wait for someone to come get me for my blood work and to speak with the counselor. So I said, okay, cool. Go back in the room. I hear my name being called again by the same RN that took my pulse and my, you know, those things, my temperature and everything. So she called me back and she's like, did you do your, what did she say? Did you do your temperature and everything? And I'm like, yeah, you just saw me like 20 minutes ago. And she's like, okay, go back and sit down. She's like, wait, no, don't sit down. So I'm like, okay, what we doing? So she's like, come with me to my office. Let me see what else you have to do. If I saw you 20 minutes ago and you saw the doctor already, that means you're still here for something else. So I'm like, duh, I don't want to sit here and listen to screaming kids all day. What's wrong with you? So she brings me back to the room. She looks at whatever my doctor sent through, and she saw that I had to do blood work and I had to see the counselor. So I don't know what's going on in her head, but she sends me straight to do blood work. So she brings me to the room to do blood work. I give them my clinic card. She tells me to wait in the hallway. And like 10 minutes later, I do my blood work. Also, I forgot a part. While I was sitting with the doctor, she said I needed paperwork for a genetics doctor, just because she wanted to make sure that nothing, breast cancer or any form of cancer, is genetically brought down to me. So I had to go through that too, because she was worried about that. So I didn't get the paperwork for that. So anyway, I do my blood work and everything, and I come out and I go back to the front desk to get whatever papers I had to get to go to the genetics doctor. So the lady at the front desk tells me to go back inside and look for someone in pink scrubs. So I'm in the back walking around aimlessly and lost, and I tell this lady sees me, she's like, what do you need help with? So I told her, and she brings me into a room. She prints out the paper from an office. She's like, oh, you gotta see the genetics doctor on the 16th. And did you get to go see, because I guess my doctor sent through the counselor part. She's like, did you see the counselor? Did you do your blood work? I said, yes. She goes, did you see the counselor? I'm like, no. So she's like, okay, how did you do your blood work without seeing the counselor? You're supposed to see the counselor before you do your blood work. I said, a lot of shit was going on, okay? Ma'am, just fucking help me. Get me out of here. I got things to do. So she brought me past where I just came from and brings me all the way around to the opposite end of the hall. And there was 3 women talking. The African lady, an American lady, and a Jamaican lady. They were all talking and joking and laughing. So she points me to the American lady that's talking, and she's like, you know, this is who you need to speak to. So she grabs the lady, let her know that I did my blood work already, but I didn't get to speak to her. So the lady stares at me, she's like, you are so pretty. I'm like, oh, thank you. And the lady that was helping me turns to me, she's like, good luck with everything. And the only reason why she's saying you're so pretty is because you look like her daughter. First of all, I am fucking pretty. Secondly, her daughter's cute as fuck too. If I look like her daughter. Shit, don't try to play me. She'll be saying I'm cute because I am cute. Disrespect me, you a hater. So the lady brings me in her room, and she's like, you look just like my daughter. You look just like my daughter. First of all, before I get into this, I knew something was wrong because she was supposed to come look for me. Okay, the same lady that I'm talking to right now, she was supposed to come get me, not me go to her. She was supposed to come get me so I could talk to her, so I could do my blood work. What she was doing was chatting it up with the African lady and the Jamaican lady instead of coming get me so I can get the hell out of there. So that was strike one. So we get in her office, she starts rambling about her daughter, telling me how her daughter just graduated high school, her daughter was being picked on, her daughter went to like the same high school my sister went to, my younger sister, Shantae. She went to the same high school Shantae went to, and how she got picked on, so she had to take her out of that school and send her to another school, and her daughter barely got friends. She got like one friend and it's a gay guy, and then we get to, she's like, yeah, she got a boyfriend and he's Spanish and I don't like it. I look at her and I'm like, why? I don't know. Okay, time out. I don't know why we were talking about this, because we were supposed to talk about the false negatives and false positives of my tests if they happen. Not about your daughter, but you know. Anywho, so she's like, I don't like him so much. So I'm like, why? You know? And I should have never did that, but you know, the nice spirit in me told me to do that. So I said why, and she goes, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm racist. And she said it proud. Okay, proud. And I'm like,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
racist against whom? And she's like, well, he's Hispanic. He's white Hispanic, but he's Hispanic. I'm racist against all immigrants. Then she goes on this rant. All these immigrants think that all Americans are just lazy. When the immigrants come, now this is a black lady, mind you. When the immigrants come and take whatever job for cheaper pay, we're just not trying to take blah 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 blah, and starts going on this whole damn rant to where I kind of veer off mentally and stop listening to her. I don't know, I started thinking about bananas. I was hungry. So I come back to her and she's still going on and on and on. And she starts talking about the Pakistanians and the Hindu people, and then she goes from there to talk about Africans and go from there to talk about Guyanese. And in the midst of doing all of this, she forgot to ask me what I am or if I am American. So she turns to me and she's like, but yeah, enough about that. You are really pretty. What are you? And I look at her and I'm like, I am the child of two immigrants. And she stares at me and she's like where? And I'm like, my mom's from Jamaica and we're not gonna talk about my father. And she's like, well, no disrespect to you, because you know you're the first generation American, so technically you are American, you know, it's just your family. So I said, well, if you hate my immigrant family, that means you hate me, because at the end of the day I was raised just like my immigrant parents were. And I looked at her and I was like, this conversation was the most unprofessional conversation I've ever had in a doctor's office. And she said, okay, yeah, well, yeah. When you get your test results, you know, I need you to come back on the 16th. That's the same day I'm supposed to go speak with the genealogist. Is that her name? Whatever, the genetics doctor. She wants me to come back that same day to sit and talk with her about false negatives and false positives. The same thing that she was supposed to come into the waiting room, come get me to talk about before I did my blood work. And maybe that's why the RN sent me to do my blood work before I went to speak to her, because her ass don't do her damn job right. I never, like, yeah, I know that there are people out there like that, but I've never, in a professional setting, have ever heard anyone talk like that in my life in a professional setting. I've heard it being like from other people, but in a professional setting, such as a doctor's office. And my friend told me I should call and tell on her because the hospital I go to, there's mixes of people. I saw black, brown, yellow, white, all types of people in that waiting room. So, y'all tell me what y'all think I should do, cause I'm on the fence. But anyway, after telling her I was Jamaican and we had the conversation, I just got my black ass up out of there because I couldn't take it no more. So yeah, tell me what you think I should do. Should I call? Because I would never want to take food out of anyone's mouth. But she is an admitted racist. What do I do about that? You let me know in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this disturbing story time. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on all social medias. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in my next video.